I'm a mermaid. I'm literally a real-life mermaid.
You may think that mermaids are only seen in fairy tales or Disney films, but there is a secret community of merfolk growing.
At first it looked like I thought I was seeing things, you know? I was like, what was that? You know, is that a dolphin that got into the lake? Because every once in a while we get seals and whatnot that'll come into the lake. And here comes this giant tail, and then up pops Ed. And I was like, it shocked me. It was crazy.
It's a bit of a lifestyle for me because I live on a boat. I always like to be around the water. I work on a boat. My mer name is Mahtlinnie. I think it can be like a hobby and a passion and a way of life for a lot of people. Like, it's all three wrapped into one. People are into it for conservation reasons because they want to try and promote conservation of ocean life.
Ed, Tessie and Caitlin are all part of an emerging community of merfolk in Seattle.
My mermaid name is Cyanea. A little while back I did quit my day job so that I could focus full-time on being a mermaid. So now I currently work out of my home in this little studio that I've set up in our spare room. And I make prosthetic quality silicone tails out of dragon skin platinum silicone. I also make accessories, and I make little sea creatures as well. This is my sea serpent tail. The inspiration for this was part biology and part fantasy, obviously. It took me an entire year to make. When I was in kindergarten and the teacher asked everyone to go around and say what they wanted to be when they grew up, I said a mermaid. Everyone laughed at me, and now here I am. I'm a mermaid.
As a mer person, I'm not that different from the way I am on land, but I feel like it's a lot easier to talk to people. If I'm in street clothes and I'm out on the town, I really don't like it when people talk to me. I get really nervous. But when I'm in my tail, and it's a lot easier to talk to people.
I can totally see myself being a mermaid forever.
My mermaid name is Mermaid Essie. I have a lot of body insecurities. I think a lot of people do. But when I'm in my tail, I don't feel insecure anymore. Because suddenly it doesn't matter what size I am because I'm a mermaid. And that's what people really focus on. When I take my tail off, it almost feels like a piece of me has come off.
Is your tail rack still broken?
Yeah, the zipper. I've always been a little bit of kind of an outsider, a loner, and a little bit eccentric. So discovering that there was a mermaid community and that I could actually wear a mermaid tail and outwardly express what I always felt that I was inside, it was really freeing. And so I do feel like I'm showing my true self to the world.
I think a lot of people do get into it because putting on a tail is probably one of the greatest feelings in the world.
It really is.
And having a beautiful fishtail is absolutely imperative to being a dedicated merperson.
I do feel like my tail is a part of me, and I do actually feel like it is a prosthetic limb. I sometimes joke that I wear a prosthetic because I was born with a terrible birth defect, which is legs.
I like it because I personally think it's fun. Like, I can never have a bad day swimming, no matter what happens. When I'm in the water with my tail on, it's like magic. I just automatically feel less like an awkward person swimming and more like a creature that belongs in the water.
When I put it on, it's like nothing else matters, and I'm a mermaid and I can do whatever it is that I feel like doing.
But being a mermaid is not something that is easy for everyone to understand.
When I told my mother I wanted to be a mermaid, she just kept laughing at me.
I thought it was a stupid idea at first. I thought it was gonna just be a waste of money and a waste of time. I thought her time can best be used studying her lessons as a graduate student rather than swimming with a tail in the ocean or swimming pool someplace. And I said, forget it. That's a lot of money invested in tails. And she said, I'll save every money that I have and I'm gonna get my first tail.
My mother has been incredible, despite the fact that she thinks that this is an absolute ludicrous thing to do.
The best part of being a mer person is, I think, the chance to sort of live out a dream or a fantasy, to be something other than who you are for a little while.
I've always felt really at one with the water and the ocean.
I love how children's eyes light up. I love the way that when they look at you as a mermaid, suddenly everything is possible again and that magic is real. There's no rules involved. You can do whatever it is that you want to do and no one can tell you that it's wrong.